Hello everyone, good afternoon. My name is Lisa Kidd. I'm owner of Glamtique Studio. It's a metaphysical glam boutique. We specialize in loungewear, lingerie, also all your metaphysical supplies. I like to say glam because most of my shit is blinged out because I'm a sparkly bitch, okay? Anyways, I have all types of items in my boutique, from crystal candles, spiritual soaps and washes, to sprays, all types of things. Some I made myself, some I buy commercially from trusted sources. Okay, moving on, video number 2. I wanted to come back and talk with you all today. I decided to break these up into a 3-part series so you guys can take the time to watch them at your leisure and not be so overwhelmed. And then you might not want to watch all 3 videos, okay? So in this video, I'm going to be focusing on speaking about cleansing, detoxing, fasting, what those things mean, and why we should be doing them. On the regular, pretty much on the regular. If you guys follow me on my Facebook or in my Facebook group, then you'll notice that I always try to put up different types of cleansing baths and things of that nature. And just here in a minute, we'll start to get to why. Okay, first we're going to start with the physical because that's what everyone can see and feel, right? So why do we need to physically fast? Or I'll say detox. To me, I use the words interchangeably, but I understand for most, when they consider like cleansing the body, they consider it more so of a detox. You know, when you're drinking shakes and you're like, okay, I'm going to get on this spiritual journey, or not even just spiritual, just this get fit healthy. You know, most people will do smoothies, things like that, and they do a detox, right? So why would you want to do a detox? Well, all the nasty shit that we put in our body, and think if you've never done one before, you might have 20, 30, 40 years worth of nasty shit that you've been putting in your body. Everybody needs a break. Everybody needs to cleanse. And you know, before you do anything, always consult with your medical professional. I'm just telling you from my point of view and things that I like to do for myself from time to time to keep me moving and to keep me in good energy, to keep my vibe raised and higher, my elevation higher. These are ways that I do that. Okay, so fasting, or detoxing I should say. Detoxing. The physical body, our bodies repair themselves, so if you've been going through a lot of sicknesses and a lot of illness, things of that nature, you might need a detox. You know, I used to be very, very sickly, bad respiratory issues up until about 34. I believe I had my tonsils removed. I got scarlet fever, had my tonsils removed. Up until then, I was getting like prescribed lean all the time because I constantly had pneumonia, so I was always in pain, always had bad coughs, respiratory infections, sinus infections. You name it, respiratory wise, I had it. I've had my adenoids removed, I've had sinus surgery, like you name it, I've had all that shit. What ultimately has helped me in the end is changing my diet. My door's open, so that's why I keep looking, because I see cars running by and probably I should close it. But anyways, yeah, the diet really helped me tremendously. I started learning about your diet. I started learning that a lot of meat has a lot of mucus. Of course, we know dairy produces mucus. So one of the main things, you know, when you're having respiratory issues and you're having a lot of issues with mucus, you don't need any extra mucus. So that was one of my main reasons for cutting out meat out of my diet, you know, a lot. And since I've done so, I don't have as many problems. I don't. You know, I'm a lot healthier. Most of the time when I get sick now, it's because it's like ascension illness, okay? So, but that's something completely different. Okay, that's one of the main things. But our bodies, if we give them time, even from smoking, our lungs will repair themselves. So, detoxing, fasting from physical substances from time to time, and I'm not telling you like, hey, give up everything. You know, that's like when you fail. Okay, it took me 2 years to give up meat, and I still dabble here and there. What I mean by that is if I have a feeling like, oh, I want some meat, I'm going to eat some meat. Okay, but for the most part, I'll probably go about 4 or 5 months before I eat meat. Okay, and then I'll sit and do a whole ritual around my steak, okay, because that's what I want and that's how I'm rewarding myself. You know, I chose to give up certain things because they just weren't working for me anymore. And when you start going through your spirituality and ascending and going through these processes, you'll notice that your body purifies itself automatically. It'll send you into these fasting states, these states of detox and things like that on your own automatically, okay? But until you get there, you can physically start to detox. If you know that you drink a lot, if you do drugs, if you smoke weed a lot, every now and then give your damn body a break. If you smoke tobacco, give yourself a break every now and then, and sometimes you can consider that a sacrifice. Sacrifice that for your spirit and see what your spirit returns to you. Okay? So, slowly, sometimes just make small changes. Maybe this time it's going to be, I'm not going to drink for 2 weeks. That's your detox. Maybe next week it's not smoking. Maybe next week it's, I'm going to be a little stricter and, not drink, not smoke, and stay on my diet. Or maybe you switch back and forth. Or maybe you make pact with spirit and you give up certain things. So, certain foods, meaning, some people do that when they're fasting or detoxing. So this is for your physical. It all kind of, I guess it's going to run together, right? But that's for your physical. Spiritually, cleansing, I normally call it spiritual cleansing. When you do like spiritual bathing and things of that nature, spiritual showers, spiritual baths, spiritual foot baths, they can all be done. I always say baths, but sometimes I get the questions, what if I don't have a bath? You can always do spiritual showers or foot baths, okay? Spirit will make a way. But let's get to cleansing our etheric body, our auric body. Why do you want to do that? Well, just like with the food that we eat, we might work in public. We might work with people. We might get brushed by people the wrong way at certain times. We might just start feeling down and yucky, or feel like, oh my God, this is not my energy. Like, why am I feeling this way? It's not my energy. I've been going through that a lot lately. And come to find out, I'm an empath, so I have to be very careful with myself. I have to really make sure that I cleanse. I normally do my spiritual baths once a week on a Sunday. I normally do my cleansing baths, and that's just my main one. I do baths all week long, all the time, all day, all the time. So that's just my cleansing bath, but I try to get at least a couple of those in a week. And the reason you want to cleanse, like I said, is just to cleanse off that filth that you pick up from day to day. Those stripes, those troubles that weigh you down. It feels so much better. You're going to feel so much lighter, like you're getting physical dirt off of you, like you're getting weight off of you. So how do you take a spiritual bath? You basically are going to shower first, because in your spiritual bath, that's not to cleanse your body. That's to cleanse your etheric body, your aura. So you want to come to spirit with a clean body. So you're going to shower first. I work in numbers, so I always try to shower between, I normally try to wash 3 times. Pretty good, if I'm really dirty, more than that, 3 to 7 times. I'm going to cleanse my physical body. After I get out of the shower, I then cleanse out the bathtub. You can use commercial products. I use salt to cleanse my bathtub, because this whole part is a ritual for me, okay? And I'm not telling anyone to follow. You follow what spirit leads you to believe, okay? But I cleanse my bathtub out. I actually use some sea salt to clean the bathtub out. I normally will sage the bathroom. Well, depending on what type of herbal cleanse I'm working with. Sometimes it might be dragon's blood sage. Palo Santo is one of my favorites because it just smooths the vibe. So if I'm not dealing with no extra heavy shit, I normally probably just use some Palo Santo. If I'm dealing with some extra heavy shit, I'm probably going to use like something like some sage, some dragon's blood sage, depending on my issues. Okay, so I like to do that just to cleanse the area, cleanse myself, sage myself. And then you're going to run your bath water. When you're running your bath water, you're going to put about a cup and a half, 2 cups of sea salt, okay? You can use plain sea salt. I use the pink sea salt. You can get it at Dollar Tree. You can get plain sea salt at Dollar Tree too. So for $1 a bag, can't beat it, okay? Put the sea salt in. I like to be a little extra, like I said, because it's all about ritual. It's all about intention, being mindful in the moment. So as I'm putting the salt in, I'm going to be stirring counterclockwise, because this bath right now that we're talking about today, particularly, we're not talking about sweetener baths today. We're talking about cleansing baths. We'll do another video on those. So cleansing baths we're taking to remove, okay? So we're going to stir counterclockwise, because we want this to remove anything that we have from us, and we're going to be speaking our prayers to spirit as we ask for removal of any negative, anything bad for our good. And then you want to enter your bath whenever you're ready. You stay in your bath until you and spirit decide that you are ready to leave. While you're in your bath, you want to wash downwards once again, because you are removing the negative. When your bath is finally done, and then, like I said, that's when you've decided, you drain the tub, sit in the tub, watch the waters go down, so you can kind of mentally, you're going to be in that mindfulness once again. This is what's removing from my body. These are the toxins, these are the bad things for me that spirit is taking care of me and removing, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, a lot of ritual isn't because, oh, it's for the sake of ritual. No, it's for the sake of being mindful in the moment. I know you guys, my nails are horrible, and I really apologize for having to do this video like that, but I still have to do the video like that. I hope you're not like me and easily distracted and you're paying attention to the nails instead of the message. I couldn't be an ego today. You know, a lot of times I get an ego with you guys. I'm not even going to lie, and I won't do a video because I'm like, oh no, I need to go to the shop, you know, whatever. No. Today I was like, fuck ego. Girl, get this message out, because these are messages, these 3 videos that I'm doing today have been on my mind. I've kind of been preparing these maybe since Friday, you know, for the collective. Okay, so back to the important shit. You're going to cleanse your body, and you're going to, like I said, watch as the water drains from the tub, being mindful in the moment that this is happening, so then you don't have to think about it later, because you know you've taken your cleansing bath and everything is good. Okay, after you get out the bath, air dry. And the reason I tell you to air dry is because the salt is also doubled as a layer of protection. Okay, so to protect you and protect your auric field from anything permeating you. And you can do these spiritual baths until you feel good, until you feel like you're cleansed, you know. I don't normally recommend doing more than 3 in a row unless it's like an extreme circumstance. And if I was you, I would speak with someone as far as an advisor, or if you, like I said, consulted your spiritual team and they let you know, like, hey, you need to do a week's worth of these, you know, because I've had to do that before. I've had to do a full 7 days, you know, in cleansing. And when I cleanse, I normally give up pretty much everything. Not everything, but when I cleanse my body and I go into these moments where I'm doing these baths, I normally do give up alcohol. I normally do give up, not my weed, but I normally give up alcohol, and I normally give up tobacco every now and then, also tobacco when I'm drinking, okay? So I give those up. The meaning being behind that, and I also give up sex, okay? The meaning behind that is because I'm not here to please my physical body at this moment, okay? I'm cleansing myself spiritually. So those are some of the steps that I take, and it just depends on what I'm going through at the moment of how deep I get with the cleansing. So like I say, like I always warn you guys, or not warn, but tell you guys, follow your own spirit, your own intuition, because that is what spirituality is all about. It's about following your own path, getting in touch with your own nature, okay? So that's the second thing. The third way that you're going to be cleansing is mentally. Mentally is a little bit harder, and the reason it's a little bit harder is because you really can't see, and a lot of people overthink. So ways that I like to clear myself mentally is more so by grounding, by getting out in nature. I do that, I forget what it's called, like with the tapping technique, when you tap out the negative energies and things like that. Sometimes I might get outside and scream, like you might need to do a release. Okay, a big way though is journaling. Journaling, because you can write it down and you can release, and it's over. You feel me? Close that page, we're not worrying about it no more. And it might not be over, but let it be as over as it can, because stressing and worrying isn't going to help anymore. It's just going to help keep you stressed, okay? So when you give something to the universe, truly give it to the universe. Let nature take its course and surrender, and watch how things start to change for you. Also, journaling, I also mentioned. And then also you can do like a quick fire ceremony. If the journaling is not enough and you're like, damn, this was some heavy shit I went through. Maybe you're purging, doing shadow work from a childhood, that maybe you was in a home that was abused, and you're like, this is some heavy shit, and you just really can't let it go. Do a fire ceremony. Set you a fire and write out all the negative shit that has just weighed you down, and burn that shit, you know, as symbolism of, I'm letting this go. Free your mind. Free yourself, okay? No one else can free you. A lot of times you're never going to get an apology from someone. You're not going to get an I'm sorry. You're going to just get the fuck over it and move on. So the easier you make those processes on yourself, and that's how I found my spirituality, because it helped me embrace those moments where you feel like don't nobody else care. You care about yourself. You give that to yourself. And that's where you're going to get your peace of mind and your decluttering from your mind. Okay? So I just wanted to do a quick video. I think it's about 15 minutes or so we've gone on. I'm about to get off of here now. This is the second video, like I said, in the 3-part series. The first video we kind of more so talked on celebrating your darkness as well as your light. And this next video that I have coming up next, we're going to be talking about your happy triggers, finding your happy triggers, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed being here and delivering this information to you today. I hope to see you again. And until then, I'll meet you at video 3. Bye.